A reading from The Knave of Hearts by Elizabeth Boyle, in the style of Christopher Walken.
Tuck took a quick assessing glance around the chamber, a small dark parlor without any other doors and only the window. They had reached a dead end. "What do we do?" she asked. "Gamble," he told her, leading her over near the window and tucking her behind the overhang of the curtains. The thick velvet hangings concealed most of her very unmistakable gown. There was only one way to cover the rest. Tuck glanced down at her. "Do you trust me, Livy?" "Not in the least," she told him. "Good," he said, pressing her into the wall and covering her. His head dipped down, and his lips brushed against hers, while his hands caught hers, pulling them up and over her head so she was pinned. She made a sort of mew of protest, but then he leaned in, letting his body slide against hers, and suddenly it wasn't Livy who was caught, but him. Utterly, for in a second he was rock hard, his groin pressed against the curve of her hips, her breasts pillowed against his chest, her protest lost as her mouth opened to him. Livy, that bastard Ilford, had been right about one thing. This minx was a thief, for she was robbing him of every bit of good sense he possessed.
Tune in next time for another installment of The Knave of Hearts by New York Times bestselling author Elizabeth Boyle.